Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbyte. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be jumping into Stone Temple Pilots, going to their debut album Core, which was released in 1992. And we're going to be taking a look at the track Plush, which is actually one of the more bigger hits and one of the more familiar one of the more familiar songs that I'm sort of aware of, because it's another band that I kind of got into quite a lot back in the 90's with a lot of the other grunge stuff as well. But they were one of the bands where I kind of relied on more of their hit songs than anything. Never really. I heard all the albums obviously, but it was the hit songs that kind of were that just ticked the boxes for me, and the other ones kind of just fell to the wayside a little bit for me. So I'm trying to get more into trying to go back to some of their stuff and listening to some of the songs that I just sort of dismissed or forgotten about or whatever. I know I'm sort of starting out with a bigger song, but I thought I'd, sort of ease into it, I guess, because it's been a while since I've listened to Stone Temple Pilots, in all honesty. One of the bands that I kind of feel like they get forgotten about a little bit with the grunge stuff. You think of Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, whatever, but I kind of feel Stone Temple Pilots have been sort of forgotten a little bit over time, even though I think they're still around. Well, obviously, they've had some different singers over the past. Obviously, Scott Weiland was fired initially and then he died, and then Chester Bennington was in there for a little bit. I don't know the current singer at the moment, but yeah, and it's not a band that I've ever seen live either. So I don't know what they're like live. Let me know if you've seen them live and if they put on a good show and how their current singer is. And obviously Scott Weiland was a fantastic singer and obviously had his own kind of thing going on. And it was definitely one of the trademark for the band. So without further ado, let's get right into it with Plush from Stone Temple Pilots. Pretty positive. That's funny how I haven't heard this song in years, and I know every single part of it already. It's so weird how sometimes music can do that, where you can kind of step away from it for a long time, and then you hear it, and then you go, "Oh, you just need to know every part of it." It's just weird how that stuff sort of happens sometimes.
Time's a ways to go. So where you go into tomorrow, and I see that these are lies to come. So would you even care? And I feel it. And I feel it. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going where the master found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Well, she smell the love.
Yeah, definitely got a lot of familiarity to it. When I listen to this song, I kind of think back to when I was living at home as a teenager. Weekends when you're not at school and you're sort of just sort of chilling out, and your parents or whatever are doing stuff in the house, and you're sort of in the bedroom and just sort of just hanging out, and that's just the chill sort of vibe that I get from this song. It's just it definitely, it's not everything has a nostalgic sort of factor for me a lot of times, but this one definitely does for whatever reason. It's definitely one of the standout tracks that I felt just triggers a lot of memories and stuff like that. So Yeah, and I remember the song when it came out. It was a big hit at the time, and obviously a lot of stuff from the first couple of albums for Stone Temple Pilots was definitely huge and sort of catapulted them into the grunge scene. Even though they weren't, I don't think they were a Seattle band, though, were they? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they were actually from Seattle. I think they were for sort of more somewhere from California, maybe LA or something like that. I think just let me know in the comments if you know where exactly they're from, but I don't think they were from Seattle.
And I feel so much depends on the weather. So is it raining in your bedroom? And I see that these are the eyes of disarray. Would you even get it? And I'm feeling as she feels it. Where you going tomorrow? Where you going with a master found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Well, she stand alone. Well, the dogs to find her. Got time, waiting for tomorrow. To find it, to find it, to find it. Well, the dogs to find her. Got time, waiting for tomorrow. To find it, to find it, to find it.
Yeah, I remember hearing this song just being played like on the in the background. It was always on the radio, or it was always on TV or something like that. It was one of those songs that was just kind of just you had your big hits that were playing, and then this was kind of just there, and I think that's how it sort of became a big hit, and it was kind of just pushed into the market. But yeah, it's interesting how this song kind of just plays onto the memory lane kind of thing. At least for me, anyway. Um, Again, it's just one of those things as well. That it could be just because I grew up listening to this stuff, but it doesn't really sound that dated. Like it doesn't sound like it's obviously sounds 90s, but like it just doesn't have that kind of old sort of feeling that a lot of the 80s and 70s stuff does. Um, I don't know. It could be just me. Maybe there's people who are listening to it now who are like sort of a younger generation and listen to this and they just think it sounds really old, or whatever. It's just maybe it's a generational thing, but it's still got that sort of fresh sound to it. Yeah, it stood out. That's one of the things about them. I think that made them such a successful band is that they weren't just I mean, I don't know. Some of the stuff that they put out was sounding just very kind of like all the other stuff, but then there was stuff like this that was just absolutely standout kind of stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, great band. I wish I had seen them live back when Scott was in the band.
Where you going tomorrow? Where you going with a master found? And
Yeah, fantastic song there by Stone Temple Pilots, Plush, off their debut album Core, which was released in 1992. Yeah, it's one of those bands that I've always enjoyed. I didn't never really followed them through with the later stuff at all. It was really just like the first few albums, so I don't know how much they continued their sound, how much they kind of evolved or whatever. But all I know is that I enjoyed what I heard back in the day, you know. So they're a fantastic band, and like I said, I never got a chance to see them live, and I wish I had. So because there's some of them that I was lucky enough to have seen quite early on, like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and stuff. I never got to see Nirvana though. They sort of ended before I could get into their live show. But yeah, no, it's fantastic how this stuff kind of still resonates with a lot of people, I think. And yeah, it's not necessarily something that listen to a lot these days, but every once in a while it'll go back. It's been a while since I've heard that particular track though. Um, but there you go. There's Stone Temple Pilots with the song Plush. And thank you for listening and tuning in as always. Please subscribe if you haven't. And thank you to those who have subscribed. And thank you to everyone who's been making suggestions on what I should check out as well. I'm open to a lot of different things. There's a couple that I've done in the past, and there's a couple that's coming up. It's stuff that I wouldn't normally check out, so that's kind of what I'm sort of looking for as well. I'm going to go to the classics, and we'll be sort of revisiting that, and yeah, open to new music, open to new bands, even if the band's not necessarily new, but like certainly new to me, you know. And obviously, it's going to be hard for a lot of you to know what I haven't listened to, but chuck it out there, suggest it. And if it's something that I've never checked out or listened to before, I'll definitely put it on the list. So thank you to those who have still been making suggestions, and I will see you in the next video.